Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into Infinity Broadcasting, and welcome into the SIMRIGS V8 Veterans Split 2 action for Season 28, Round 5 here this evening as we move from the north of Victoria to the south of Victoria as we go racing on Phillip Island for the halfway point of the season. It's Round 5 this evening as we go racing at a circuit which is one of the most tenured here in V8 Veterans. It's one that we've done a lot of laps around, and it's one that we're excited to go racing at once again. Hamish Munro here with you alongside Brett Fisher as always. And Brett, this is going to be a hot one tonight here on the island.
Oh, well, as you said, we're at round 5, middle of the season. Things are starting to form. There's, a bit of moulding happening, and it's going to be exciting tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Are we going to see some rain? There's been talks of rain on the horizon. There was a lot of rain in practice and things like that. So that's one thing that we'll see what happens. But no, I'm pumped again. Can't wait. Pressure cooker's on.
Well, right now, it is currently scheduled in for 11:30 a.m. in server time that the rain is supposed to arrive. 11:30 a.m. The only way that's going to change is if there is going to be a wind change. Is the only way that the rain will not appear here today. Looking at where we are in the schedule, we're at round 5, 200 kilometres tonight, 45 laps of Phillip Island to mark our halfway point of the season. And the fact that we're already to the 5th round of the season is incredible, and that we've got 5 weeks to go after tonight through the Bend GT circuit, Oran Park, Sandown, Adelaide and Bathurst to end out our season. It is going to be an incredible run to the end, and one that I am very, very excited for. Looking at our current point standings, Stephen Kokoschky still leads the way on 702 points to Stuart Hall out of P2, who had a great run last week out at Winton. He sits P2 in the championship once again on 649 points ahead of Scott McKenzie on 648. Mick Clifton has now snuck his way up into the top 5 on 643 after his incredible double win last week to take home the round win out at Winton as well. Rick Viger makes up our top 5. Looking at that list there, Brett, we can see there's a couple of drivers who maybe are underperforming based upon their previous expectations of how they raced last season, including the likes of Chris Blanchard, Ben Brook, and then even guys like Darren Goosey, who's come down from Split 1, maybe even Tim Mulford too, although Mulford has been there or thereabouts this season. But there's definitely some drivers who are not living up to the previous expectations that we may have set for them, others so who are exceeding them, including the likes of Darryl Callahan, who's building upon his season last season. Andrew Listner as well. What a build he's had from last season. He was averaging P20 last season. He's in the top 10 in the championship right now. And then I think the biggest one is Mick Clifton. Arguably, he is the one that is exceeding all expectations right now, sitting P4 inside of the top 5. He's probably the biggest one that has exceeded his expectations this season.
And in the chat, let us know who you think is having a crack and having a good season, and who's having a bit of a not so good season. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. We'll get some conversation going. So yeah. Still only halfway through the season. Jeez, I'll tell you what, it goes quick though, doesn't it?
It does.
Blink and you miss it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And a lot of points there close together. Sorry, Hamish, but a lot of points close together too. So, it is tight, and I must say, it's can't wait for the rest of the season. Let's see what happens.
Well, the question's going out there into the chat. Can Kokoschky get his 3rd win before the Enduro start? He has got 3 rounds to do it tonight. The Bend next week, and then Oran Park before the Enduros begin at Sandown. So he's got 3 rounds to get that 3rd race win of the season. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the next 3 weeks, of course. But is it going to happen tonight? That is the question. As we look at where we are this evening, of course, for the great Phillip Island Grand Prix circuit, formerly used for the MotoGP. No longer is it used for that, as the resurfaced or repurposed, I should say, Adelaide Street Circuit, reshaped Adelaide Street Circuit, will now host the Australian Grand Prix for MotoGP in the future, as well as we move our way on down.
And to the Penguins.
That's right. Only about 90 minutes from my front door is this racing circuit. It's a great great place to go racing. And it's a fantastic course as well here on Phillip Island, as we started on the Garden Straight, of course, and up towards Doohan Corner at Turn 1. We flow around towards Southern Loop at Turn 2, where you can set yourself up for a good move through Stoner and in towards Miller at turn 3 and turn 4 as well. Turn 1 is a passing opportunity, but it's one where you've got to have balls of steel to get it made, and really you're actually setting it up for Southern Loop. You're not really going to get it completed at turn 1. You're going to complete it through turn 2 if you start it at turn 1. It's a similar story if you begin it at turn 3. You finish it at Miller at turn 4. Running around through 5 and up through Siberia at turn 6. This is a moment where you've got to be cautious to the outside of the circuit. There's a bump which can catch the rear end of the car loose and put you right up into the banking on the left-hand side. And just being cautious on exit up through turn 7. That's one of those keys. Up through Hayshed at turn 8 into Lukey Heights at turn 9. Where we can often see drivers getting side by side and getting a little bit biffy and barging up here. And often we'll see drivers exiting stage right and into the sand trap at the top of the hill there, Brett. That first sort of 2 sectors of this circuit, though, it's very flowy, it's very fast, it's very treacherous, but it's all to set you up for the passing opportunity down at MG for turn 10.
Oh, yeah, and isn't that a corner?
Yeah, I know. It's such a tough corner. And I would argue, though, turn 11's even tougher because of the really weird looseness you get on the through the corner when you shift up into third gear. It's a very awkward corner.
I always struggle here just getting that power down around 11 and getting a decent run, you know, and it kills your run if you don't get out of 10, 11 cleanly.
Well, that's exactly right. And then you run it down through turn 12, where we've seen a lot of action over the years here in Vets, of course. Pit entry is going to be very interesting tonight. It's quite difficult, though. Easy to get it wrong, but it's also easy to get it right at the same time. Pit exit, that's going to be an awkward one too, right out on the racing line, of course. This was originally a street circuit open back in 1956. It's now become a permanent race course since 1978. 4.4 Ks, 2.7 miles, 12 turns, based out of Cowes here in Victoria, Australia, for an anti-clockwise configuration. Your main passing opportunities, though, turn 1 to Miller at turn 4, the exit of Siberia at 6, up into Lukey Heights into MG, and that's about it, Brett. Everything else is more so a setup area for your moves.
I'll tell you what, is that a go-kart track?
It is. That is in the shape of the
on
circuit.
the left-hand side of Southern Loop, in the shape of the Phillip Island track. How awesome is that?
I know, it's pretty sweet, isn't it?
That'd be a cracker to have a go on that.
Yeah, the gate to get into the circuit, which is quite a good photo opportunity actually if you ever do visit it, is just if you look where the go-kart circuit is, you can kind of see where the main road is just below it, and it kind of dips up towards the top left of screen. You'll see where the gate is there, of where the main gate for the circuit is, of where you actually drive in to visit. But yeah, and then the other main gate is further along up on the other side of turn 12 there too. But yeah, it's a great place to go racing. It's one we've come to many, many times. It's one that I'm very excited for once again.
And I have actually driven a car around Phillip Island on a couple of different occasions. And I don't know whether I've told this story before, but I had a little RS2000 copy sort of lookalike sort of thing. And I was going around at the bottom of the track there, and I had a RX3 rotary go around the outside of me on 3 wheels, which was pretty spectacular.
Well, we look forward to what is to come here tonight, of course, and we'll see what happens for these drivers as well. As our starting grid for this evening's race is as follows. Dave Duddle out here for Shadow Racing will start on pole position alongside Stephen Kokoschke on the front row of the grid. The championship leader will start from the front row here tonight, it seems. Row 2 and behind will then find Simon Heddersheet, and P2 in the championship, Stuart Hall out of P4 as well. So that is going to be an enticing race start between Kokoschke and Hall, starting one in front of the other. To row 3 and behind in the top 6, it's Matt Day ahead of Steve Grumley out of the top 6 here tonight as well. Row 4, we then find Darren Crosby, Halil Cesar for the top 8. To the top 10 in row 5, Mick Clifton and Tim Mulford alongside each other. We know how good Clifton's been over the last few weeks. We'll see if he can carry the momentum into tonight's race. He has turned it on, absolutely. And he just needs to maintain the momentum now across the next few weeks. If he can maintain it through the next few rounds, he's going to set himself up for a championship challenge come the end of the season. This is now the most important few weeks. Tonight, next week at the Bend, and Oran Park. Those are the 3 most important rounds of a championship winning season. If either yourself or Kokoschke come out the other side nice and tidily, you'll be champion come season's end. That's going to be the important key for them here this evening. To row 6 and behind them, Matt Scholes will start ahead of Joe Mahoney, the 2-time champion, against the man in his debut season. Couldn't get any more polar opposite than that on the starting grid here this evening.
That's a great qualifying for Joe there.
It is.
Well
it
done,
is
Joe.
one of his best of the season, it seems. Andrew Galley will start alongside Tony Chapman out of the top 14 to Paul Burns inside P15 alongside Ben Brook out of the top 16 as well. To row 9, Chad Viger, Rick Viger. It's an all Viger 9th row of the grid. I don't know if we've ever seen that, but you need to screenshot it if you can because the Vigers are alongside each other. That's an unbelievable sight.
Was it last week that they finished?
They finished alongside each other as well.
Last week,
and this week they're starting alongside each other. I've never seen this on this grid graphic. That is fantastic.
How good's that?
Row 10 of the top 20. We then find Roy Clark and Nathan Favero alongside each other. Scott McKenzie, Michael Quain will then make up the top 22 to row 12. We find Adrian Zeal and Todd Duggan. We'll see if Todd can finally score some more points. He got some last week out at Winton. We'll see if he can carry that on throughout tonight's race as well. Row 13, it's Yusuf Corfidis and Matt Monday for an all Chevrolet row back here as well. And behind them, it's to Abel Verbit and Andrew Listner out of the top 28 cars on the grid order. Top 30 is made up by Travis Brand and Chris Blanchard alongside each other to row 16. And behind them, it's Scott McCune and Daryl Callahan for the top 32. To row 17, it's then Darren Goosey and Joel Oosterval alongside each other to row 18, and behind them we find Brett Taylor and Scott Weston, an all EWT row 18 back there as well. That's
what is going on?
Very rare that we see two teams locking out a row. That's great to see though for those guys. Mario Reale and Ernie Toth, Mario Reale and Brett Fisher, line up alongside each other further down the order before we get to Ernie Toth and Craig Miller at the back end of the field as well. Ed Cullen, Bruce McLeod, Reese DeGoey, our race controllers once more as we look forward to going racing here out at Phillip Island.
And I'll tell you what, qualifying, if memory serves me correctly, was 40 drivers just over a second.
Wow.
So that's how tough it's getting out there in Split 2.
Well, one thing that the viewers are believing in through 15 votes, Kokoschki's not going to get his third win before the Enduros begin.
Ooh.
And now he has three. He's already won 2 races already this season. He's won 2 already.
Oh, wow.
He won round 1 at Bathurst and he won round 3 at the Bend. Tonight he would be on road to winning because he's gone every third round or every odd numbered round he's won a race. He's not won a race at the even numbered rounds yet. You know who did a very similar thing so many seasons ago, Brett, to start out their season? Logan Barnett.
Ooh,
you know what Logan Barnett went on to do? Won the most races in a single season with 7.
Yes. That's
so
right.
Kokoschki right now is on a road to success. But we'll see if he can put it all together once again. And
well, he's put it on the front row, so he started off well there. But I'll tell you what,
Dave Duddle,
qualifying was good.
I mean, we know he was a strong qualifier from the end of last season. He put times together which were spectacular, to say the least. Struggled to put it together in the race formats at times, but he did get some good performances out of last season, of course. But he'll just be hoping to build upon this new relationship with Shadow Racing now that he's become a part of that team. What a qualifying as well from Simon Heddersheed. Great to see him starting up the order tonight as well. We know that he's got some good pace. Former race winner here too. He won it on pure strategy alone back in season 14, which is one of the greatest showings of strategy I've ever seen in a broadcast. It was only the second broadcast I ever did for veterans back then, actually, and it was one which was uploaded as a video, not as a live stream, Brett, because I couldn't do it in the projected time. So if you actually want to go watch that, you can find that in the well, if you want to go watch that, you can find it in the videos section of the Vets channel, not the live section.
Did you have to get the beta?
I did some editing and everything on that one. It took me a good 3 days to make that stream or make that race, but it was well worth it. I enjoyed the process. But yes, it was a good race to watch.
Have a look at that.
Prep ourselves
here we go. Revs
for the
up.
Race start. Revs are up and they're rising. It's Dave Duddle and Stephen Kokoschki on the front row. Who is going to reap the benefits here tonight out at Phillip Island as it's green flag once again here at Phillip Island as we roar down towards turn number 1. What a hot start for Duddle. Kokoschki and Heddersheed side by side already as we watch for Matt Day, who's had a hot race start as well. He's already jumped Stuart Hall up into the top 4 now as they ride towards turn 2 at Southern Loop. Kokoschki tries to run it on the inside of Heddersheed. Can he hang on to P2 here as they run it up towards Stoner Corner? Yes, he can, but watch for Matt Day, who's putting the pressure on the Kiwi now. Side by side through Stoner they go. Who's going to hang on tight for the ride? Through Miller.
Oh, what a great start for everybody there so far. I don't think anyone's come unstuck hugely, but here we go. This is a tough one here.
See
Oh,
as
a little
well.
bit of a wiggle there.
Oh, we can see too that Clifton and Grumley battling hard together. We know that those guys had a bit of a tough battle between each other at Shell V Power Motorsports Park 2 weeks ago. As you see Crosby there getting loose off of
and
Siberia. There's action further back. Look at that. Yep, that is Joel Oosterval back there. I think you've gone off track as well, Brett, and then that's Darryl Callahan too. So bit of action down at Siberia. A lot of gravel being brought back on the circuit. That is going to offer up a lot of action throughout this race tonight.
Certainly is. Over the heights. Here we come down. Oh, a little bit of a balk there from. Well,
it's Quayne and Listener. Quayne and Listener battling away.
Yeah. And it was.
We got Verban just ahead of them as well.
Verban. That was who I was trying to think of. Verban sort of like. And Blanchard, was it on the inside of him? Yeah, Christopher Blanchard really tucked in there. So that was actually a nice move. Duddle's still out in front. He got a great start, but Kokoschki's right on his heels. We've got a little bit of a gap back to Heddersheed in his three quarters of a second.
I love it when we get to come here, Brett. It's one of my favourite tracks on the whole iRacing calendar is Phillip Island. It's always a special occasion when we get to go racing here. I want to see us do a 300k race at Phillip Island again in future because it is a gorgeous facility and just a fantastic racing circuit. It brings so many great memories to my mind of racing's past, and it's a very special place to me.
Mahoney just dropped.
Yeah,
Verban and Zeal.
So Joe Mahoney, I believe, has just had a little blink there, but Verban's gone off down at Miller. So that is a rejoin. That is probably one of the worst rejoins I've seen in a long, long time, Brett. He's just driven straight into the side of Mario Reale down there, who is a sitting duck down at Miller Corner.
Yeah. And there's a bit of racing going on between the Shadow Racing boys there too, between myself and Toth. We're side by side there, so let's see what happens there. Oosterwall in behind us.
So Oosterwall, former teammate of Ernie Toth, of course. So there might be a bit of disruption, perhaps, to this battle, or maybe a bit of frustration as well. There's Miller too and Callahan involved. Bit of a lock-up though for Oosterwall. That's not going to help him.
Blanchard and McKenzie going side by side there somewhere.
Oh, look at Mulford's car. That car has got heavy damage on the back of it coming into pit lane. Mulford has
fastest lap of the race by Heddersheed too.
Oh, he has got some wicked pace tonight.
868. Yeah.
So there's Mulford's car into pit lane. He'll get that thing fixed up. Taylor, Oosterwall, Miller, they're all in as well. As Heddersheed has got some wicked pace. He has got some wicked pace tonight, this Heddersheed.
Kokoschki's right on to Duddle now.
Well, he is indeed.
Still holding him off.
He is.
But that's Heddersheed's come back half a second now.
Darren Goosey
having a little bit of a look.
Darren Goosey off the exit of Southern Loop has gone off the road. And he's just jumped it straight across the embankment. That should have damaged part of the car for sure. A real motocross action there. McCune, I think, has also gone off as well. So
yeah, I've seen him going off.
It's all happening further down the order. And if the rain comes, if the rain comes, Brett, it is going to be pure chaos. It seems absolute pure chaos right now. Right now in Sim, it is 11:15. Actually, no, it's not quite. It's 11:05 in Sim time. But there has been a wind direction change. It was southwesterly. It's now changed to westerly, and the rain seems to be holding off for the moment here, Brett. So, very interesting development going forward.
So, Duddle's got pace here, but Kokoschki's also got pace. So, and here he goes, have a bit of a lock on the inside here. He might take this one.
That's a good move.
So, Kokoschki's gone past here. Can Duddle hold off Heddersheed?
Smart of Duddle not to over-defend it, knowing that if he did, it was going to bring Heddersheed further in and give Heddersheed the opportunity to sneak past both of them. That was some smart racing there from Duddle.
Well, we'll see if he can hang in there. All week during practice, he puts out.
Here comes Heddersheed.
Heddersheed on the inside.
Blocks it up.
The brake.
Got it down the inside though at Miller, but here comes Duddle straight back at him again.
Yeah, nice move.
Good bit of racing.
Really good. Nice clean. Unfortunately, Heddersheed locked the brake, just carried a bit too much momentum into that corner. Duddle seen that and took it back. So It's allowed Kokoschki to sort of push on a little bit further there. Back further though, Hall, Crosby, Clifton, Grumley, and have got a bit of a battle going on there as well. Oh, all up and down this tree. It's all still heavy racing going on. Then back into 16th, Burns, Mahoney, Clark, Monday, Duggan, Viger, Quain, Favero, Blanchard, McKenzie, Listener, Zeal, Weston. Oh, it just goes on forever. That's 16th to 31. Massive sort of battle pack there.
Well, we can see as well some of the gainers and losers thus far. Corfiadis up the most positions. He's up 10.
Yeah, 10 spots.
P15 at the moment. Cesar down 5 is the only one to have dropped outside of the top 10 to this stage. As Mahoney, look at that. That is a tight pack of cars right there. Matt Monday's in this too. Mahoney's got some heavy damage on that car. Look at Todd Duggan, 2 down the inside at turn 1. Todd Duggan.
He's got that done.
He made it work, and he made it work well.
He just got hung right out there carrying that damage. I wonder if he's just lost a little bit of downforce on the front of that car.
Tell you what, Chad Viger has left his brother behind. He's up 5 spots. Rick has been left 3 spots down. So he has not dragged his brother along with him up the order. As Stuart Hall is having an issue down here at, that was down at Miller. He's dropped a whole heap of spots. He seems to be struggling with something in this car. He's trying to get it full firing. We'll see if we can get word from the pit crew maybe.
It doesn't sound like it's...
he's not pushing it. He's not pushing it through... No, he's not pushing it through Hayshed. I think this might be a steering issue of some kind because he's not willing to push it in case he can't actually catch the car because the throttle's fine. You can hear it. The throttle sounds perfectly fine. I think this might be a steering issue, maybe a force feedback of some description. They might be having to try and get fixed for Hall. But this is horrible for Hall. Because if he can't get solid points tonight, he is going to have a perfect run throughout the rest of this season to try and win this championship. Because this will be his second drop round gone.
Yeah, bugger. Lap 6 of 45 here at Phillip Island.
You can see here that Crosby
so Mahoney in pits as well.
Crosby, Clifton, they're battling hard here. They've got Steve Grumley just in behind them. Trying to chase them down up towards Stoner Corner. But Grumley's got some good pace. Good to see him running consistently this season. He's had a couple of points paying races thus far, which has been great to see.
Oh, Listener.
Oh.
What's happened to Listener? He's dropped a few spots there. Oh, look at that.
Oh, Crosby.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Crosby's gone wide down at Miller. And I think he was battling with Mick Clifton. I think Clifton's just tried to redress it, but that's allowed Matt Scholes on the way through.
Yeah.
So the 2-time champion has snuck his way by and is now inside the top 10. And we've had confirmation from Hall. He's lost force feedback on that wheel. And that's what he's struggling with right now as he's brought it back out of pit lane. But I think it's still struggling with it as it doesn't want to pull up through turn 1.
That's a shame.
It's pure heartbreak for him in the 49 car as Matt Scholes is on a rocket ship right now. He's up 5 into the top 10.
Crosby on Scholes. Yeah, that's what we're on now. Sorry.
Listener apparently went off at turn 1, so just a wide berth down there for him. I'm very sorry that we missed it. We'll try and catch it though in the post-race highlights. We're already 7 laps into this race, and this is the sort of excitement that Phillip Island brings us. Halil Cesar now into pit lane. And the Cooler Master entry. He's dropped a few spots outside of the top 10, maybe either hoping for rain to come later in the race or possibly he's just trying to undercut some of the field here because the undercut is strong here at Phillip Island if you can make it work for yourself, Brett. So some clean air could help
closing on for Vero.
The former champion as Mackenzie is just trying to sneak on by into turn 1. Favero will give that to him every day of the week. Bit of damage on the front of that car
too, so he's probably not getting top speed down that straight. Says they're in pits as we just discussed.
Yep. Oh,
Herself in pits as well. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, holding the throttle on, Brett, I see.
I don't know what that does. I was
going to say, you know that wastes fuel, right?
Yeah, I know. But what I find though too is that when the car drops,
no wonder you run
when the
out
car
of fuel.
drops and you're not on throttle, it just really bogs down.
No wonder you run out of fuel sometimes. Jeez, you're using about 4 litres just sitting there.
Yeah. Well, I don't hold hold it like the whole time he's in there. When I think it's getting close, I'll sort of get the revs up.
Oh, as we come around turn 11 and 12, Kokoschki leads the way to David Duddle. Simon Heddersheen behind him.
Duddle's still hanging in there, so 0.5. So he's really settled that car down, and he's got within 0.5, 0.6 now. So Kokoschki hasn't run away with this just yet.
He has
Heddersheen in behind is down to 1.2 seconds, so he's just dropped off the back of Duddle.
Crosby just trying to chase down Matt Scholes.
Or Viger on Galley. Well. He closed up there for quite a bit. He was only within 0.1, 0.2 of a second. So it looks like a challenge might be coming there. Oh, here we go.
Rick Viger as well, battling away here with Michael Quain, gets that job done into Southern Loop. Now Rick Viger will push on.
Just on the back there. So Vaban, Favero and Goosey in pits. Lap 8. So Ernie Toth being the biggest of the stoppers with, Brett Taylor, 36 seconds in pits. Ernie Toth, 35. Putting a fair lump of fuel in there.
As well, that's the ride up through Siberia. There's the bump in the road as well, that if you catch the throttle too early, that's what will cause you some dramas throughout this race. Mario Reale. Oh, that is his teammate Scott McCune off the road. Sorry, down at Miller. So that's not good for that team.
I still prefer Honda corner there.
Don't worry, I know you do.
Yeah, always remember this on the Kokoschki in, as you said. Let's have a look. I'll keep my eye on, see how long he takes in pits.
In as well, so pit lane is just starting to heat up here once again. Listeners in as well. This is the place to be to see the action here for the first pit stop of the race for Stephen Kokoschki. Now in comparison,
23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah.
So right now he's taking a larger fuel load, possibly to offset
32.8 or
some
0.08.
rain. 32.08 is roughly going to equalise out to around about 80 litres or so. So it's a large fill for Stephen Kokoschki. Stuart Hall, by the way, is back in pit lane, so I think those...
Cesar on Goosey's getting close there too.
I think those steering gremlins are just starting to get to him now as he's back into pit lane. There's a little Cesar battles here with Darren Goosey for a minor position, but you see him getting a bit loose.
Well, he's on the inside, well, the outside now.
It would be a stop. It would be to answer Luke Ullman's question about cutting from turn 1 to turn 4. It's a 45-second stop hole penalty in pit lane. That's how big the slowdown is for you. As says it looks to go down the inside, down at Siberia, gets it really wiggled out.
That's going to kill him on the exit there. So
he's going to still. But is he going to hold up through Hayshed? He is.
Yeah, no, he's got it.
It's a good move from Halil Cesar on Darren Goosey, from a champion of Split 2 against the most tenured driver in the V8 Vets. I suppose it means that until Darren Goosey wins the championship, Brett, that is he's always going to be the driver with the most races, but also most races and have never won a championship. So he's got to try and win the title to stop that record to continuously grow and grow and grow. If he wanted to, of course. Maybe he likes the title.
Getting tight here.
You see here that Matt Scholes
under heaps of pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure from
Crosby and Clifton.
Yeah. You see as well, further down the order too, we're beginning to get the Favero, Fisher and Blanchard train starting to form too. So there are some tightening battles all throughout the field. before pit stop
Stuart
number
Hall
1.
off track at the moment.
Oh, yeah. That steering is not having a good time. That's off the exit of... that's the entry to turn 1. So he's brought that car back out on track to try and fix the steering, and it is not playing ball right now. Not a day that he wants to have happening for him. Matt Day in, Clifton, Firegut, that being Chad and Andrew Galley, all coming down pit lane. And right now for Stuart Hall, it is looking like a Mount Everest level battle through the second half of the season to win that championship.
Frustrating.
Yep.
Frustrating.
But it's those tests and trials and tribulations that often will put you to the sword and will make you earn something through grit and tenacity. How much ambition have you got? Are you going to throw in the towel, or are you going to use it to rub off the sweat and push on?
Rub off the sweat and push on.
Got to.
Favero just mentioning in the chat there that Blanchard, myself and Favero started the train. We had Kakashi now doing the fastest lap of the race. 1:32.725.
It's a good lap time from Kokoschki. Putting the bread and butter down on this dinner plate of racing in front of him. As he's still got over 30 laps to go here. Rain, by the way, is not likely at this stage now, Brett. It is not looking likely.
Really likely there's even cloud in the sky.
Is
there a cloud, or is it slightly overcast?
It's slightly overcast. It's 89% precipitation at this stage. But that just means it's going to be heavy rain if it were to rain. It's just classified as overcast right now out there. But the rain radar, you can see it in the distance. It's all out into the sea where the dark grey sky is. Where the rain's coming from, it's coming from the west, which is positioning wise is up, to the right hand side of Hayshed. It's all sort of blue skies and fine. So the south is not looking so good, but the west is looking completely fine. So that's what we were worried about, the southwesterly winds that were going to bring the rain to us, but it's petered out to completely westerly winds now. So that's taking the rain away.
Sean Palmer just asking if I've gotten faster.
Oh, Roy Clark, sorry, Roy Clark, massive lock-up into Miller. And that has taken him way off the road.
Yeah. He's lucky he didn't loop the car there. Easy to do. Says they're having an attack now.
With Mick Clifton.
Or was it Clifton?
So Mick Clifton attacking. Mick Clifton has come out of pit lane. And that's how tight that battle is between them. So Cesar, who was fighting to undercut his way back into the top 10, has managed out of this pit lane cycle to come out ahead of Chad Weigart, but behind Mick Clifton. He was actually directly battling Weigart for position prior to the pit stop, so that's worked out well for him to have undercut Weigart for position here. It's Duddle and Hedersheet now into pit lane. So Kokoschki needs to get a wriggle on here, because he's riding it up through Hayshed towards Lukey Heights.
See how long Duddle sits in pits. See what sort of fuel strat he's got it going on there.
Down through MG for Kokoschki, up through 11 towards 12. When will Duddle and Hedersheet exit pit lane?
So
back onto the Gardner straight. He will ride it round turn 12.
25, 26.
Hedersheet's exiting now. There is Hedersheet right at the exit, but Kokoschki's at pace. Kokoschki will get him here.
Yeah.
As he screams past pit lane and screams past Simon Hedersheet, who has jumped Dave Duddle in pit lane.
Well, Hedersheet did a 26.52. Duddle did a 28.53. So that's obviously what's transpired to give the guys the advantage there. Oh, have a look at this mess.
This is a gaggle. Mulford Mahoney battling here with Chapman and Galley. I have to wonder, Brett, if the rear end damage earlier on of Mulford and the front end damage of Mahoney was due to them maybe having a bit of a tangle at some stage. Because there was an oddly Joe Mahoney shaped front end hole in the back of the Mulford car when he came down pit lane. So
was there were they stickers? Oh, Andrew Galley having a look on the inside there of someone as they went into what's that bloody name?
Miller. on that was on Mahoney. So Crosby, Corfidis, Duggan all into pit lane. So Grumley and Scholes have now stayed out to this point of the race. Roy Clark also remaining on circuit. Same for McKenzie and Weston and Brand. Kokoschke, the number 1 seeded car at the moment, which has taken a pit stop. And great to have you all watching along with us too out there. We really appreciate you guys watching with us tonight. 32 concurrent viewers at this stage of the broadcast.
I appreciate every one of you.
Brett was out there earlier on in the punters lineup.
Ooh,
Kokoschke's in the chat with us. Favero as well.
Very wide run from
it was indeed.
Header there.
Was
it
Header
Sheet?
It
was Header Sheet, yeah.
I also nearly
Got
forgot
to be careful there too. You sort of get yourself, on a trajectory out that way, and sometimes you can't bring it back. There we go.
Fiatis out of pit lane. Here's Tim Mulford.
Oh,
Looking at all those cars looking to scream past him.
Oh, love it.
We have Stuart Hall in the chat with us as well tonight.
Oh, who's that? Who's that going off for an excursion?
That was Matt Monday. Matt Monday's gone off the road. Down at turn 1.
That was a fast exit. That was fast.
It was very, very fast. He's back on the road now. Although, actually, no, not quite yet. He's still on the grass. He's waiting to merge like a freeway.
Oh.
So still going.
In real life, that would be scary going off that corner. Wow. 14 laps of 45. Grumley and Scholes in pits. Did you mention that before? Or
no, I didn't. I did not, because that only just happened.
Weston, Brand just got past Weston then as well. Oh, because Weston's going to pits. That's why. So Roy Clark, at the moment, taking the number 1 spot at the moment.
He does need that pit stop, that so important pit stop here tonight.
Yeah, it would be nice to get everyone to do a thumbs up. It's not really all that hard, but anyway.
Craig
just
Miller.
saying, Pete Keller just going 32 viewers and only 7 thumbs up.
Yeah, get
Come
the
on,
likes
boys
going.
and girls.
It's free. It's not gonna hurt you.
Won't hurt you. Unless you don't like clicking the mouse button.
It's only going to help us. But thank you all so much for watching along with us. Sean Palmer's in the chat with us though. Tony Chapman's out there with us as well. Luke Coleman too. Pete Keller here. Matt Brunt is with us too.
Oh, there's an angry pack coming down the straight there.
Yeah, it's a lot of cars battling away for position. We're a third of the way through this race now. And this battle pack is continuing to grow, and it is getting feistier and feistier.
Oh, Kokoschke and Hedersheed fighting side by side there for a second.
Oh, they are. That's down at...
Here we go.
That was down at Miller Corner. Hedersheed's now taking the race lead over Kokoschke, and Duddle's right there with him. And watch for Grumley too. He'll look to sneak this by. Well, Steve Grumley.
Hasn't this compressed?
It has indeed. The important thing, though, is we got to look at the timing on the sheets and look at the pit stop differences. Kokoschke, at this stage of the race, won't be feeling the pressure too much. He's got a 6-second net gain advantage over Hedersheed in pit lane, 4-second advantage over Duddle, and 8-second advantage over Grumley. So he is sitting pretty right now in the corrected race lead after the second pit stop cycle.
And Hedersheed, he's got another 2-second deficit on Duddle, so he's really wanting to push that further out, and that'll help offset that when they come in for their second stops.
Exactly right.
Brand, McKenzie, Clark in.
Previous race leaders will run it into pit lane, and now we push on for this top 4 as they battle for tight positions. And again, for Kokoschke, he knows that he doesn't necessarily need the race win today. He just needs to consolidate strong performances and strong finishes. That's probably the one thing that held him back last season, Brett, was constantly pushing for perfection and constantly pushing for the top step. He doesn't need the top step to win this season. He just needs consistency.
No, it's all consistency, yeah. And that's what's going to do it for him. And so far, up to this point, he's actually been able to sort of sustain the run at this stage. But can he do it again tonight? We'll soon see. Well, not soon, but, you know.
Well, we'll see if he can. He's hoping for that third race win this season. He's already had 2. It would match his previous best of last season where he took 3 race wins across the 10 rounds. And he would do it by the halfway point of the season, which on paper would then project him to a 6-win season, putting him second of all time, alongside the likes of Brick Sibra and Matt Scholes, both former champions, of course.
Gully
Both former
having a
two-time
crack
champions.
at Mulford at the moment there too. He's closed up there with Mahoney and Corfidis, Chapman and Duggan.
This is a battle pack for the ages. Galley around the outside, down at turn 11. Can he hang on to it here in the battle with Mulford? There you see, that's the wiggle off the bump.
Yeah,
just trying to keep the car under him is Mulford. Side by side through turn 12. Down Gardner Straight they go. Mulford will hang on for just a moment.
Carry.
This will carry. Look at all the
Corfidis.
cars. Look at them all scrambling for position right now. Can any of them make a move here in towards turn number 1 at Doohan?
Oh, this is intense. I love it. Love it. So Mahoney really closed on Galley then, but have a look. Who's that around the outside there?
Is that Corfidis?
That was
Corfidis, I believe,
around the outside. Yeah, had a big look around the outside, just not able to, especially with the double apex there, unable, but will he have a crack here?
Oh.
Got himself fine. Andrew Galley really having a crack there as well.
This is really heating up.
Yeah. And we're only on lap 17 of 45, so hope you all brought your popcorn and drinks. This is going to be a good one.
And I mean, look at the size of the train. Look at it. We can almost get them all on screen.
Scholes and Cesar. Cesar just got past Scholes.
Up over Lukey Heights they ride. Look at these 6 cars battling, and it's not even for P1. It's all for P13 on the road. As Roy Clark has gone off the road up at Lukey Heights.
Again.
He has indeed. Gets the car rejoined and settled again, but not what he wanted to have happening there. Wow, what a race we're having here at Phillip Island tonight.
And you have a look at that tree. Look how close a lot of the guys are. You've got a few large packs actually. So plenty of action going on here at Phillip Island.
Oh, Stuart Hall's back out on the road after trying to fix that steering. And it's still struggling for him as well, Brett. So this may be the end of his night. Oh, who was that wide? That was Corfidis once again. Trying to go for the outside run here around Southern Loop. What is it going to be like when they run through Stoner? There is. That's Hall. That's Hall. That was Hall that was off down at Miller Corner. So that's why. So we
actually have a look.
He's just rejoined now. Actually, hang on. Who's off the road? That's Usamal. Joel Usamal's gone off the road down at turn 2. And that car, I think, has gone off on his own as well. So things are starting to break apart here. This is really starting to get to them. It is.
Well, this battle pack here, and then you've got the 3 guys, Blanchard, myself, and Favero, slightly closing. There's a 2-second gap between these 2 packs. So if this other pack joined up with this, we're going to have a very large pack having a crack.
Well, indeed. Oh, Brett Fisher on the tail of Chris Blanchard. It's the mid-pack madness tonight here at Phillip Island.
Madness aplenty.
And the island is starting to really put it on for us. And then you look at the front end. Yes, Heddersheet started to break away. He needs a 6-second gap over Kokoschki. Grumley and Duddle, though, are going to start to battle this out. All for P3. Yeah. This is all starting to happen.
Very tight between Duddle and Grumley. So Duddle would want to try and get back at Grumley. He really would like to hook onto the back of Kokoschki. Actually, Grumley taking it to Kokoschki right now.
That'll drop him back just a little bit as they ride up through Hayshed. It's a great battle for P2 on the road. And for Steve Grumley, he wants a race win to his name once again. It's been a fair while between race wins for the driver of the 575 machine. He wants to get it there again, does the Season 21 Split 2 champion, the last Gen 2 era champion.
Oh, Grumley closing too. got a good exit, and is it still closing? Oh, it's just hanging around that 0.3, 0.4. Starting to close in now, down to 0.35. Not close enough though. Doesn't get a draft.
Just can't quite get the final drive he needs. But now he's going to try and get the run through Southern Loop.
Oh, he's got it out sideways there.
He does. That's allowed
So
Kokoschki to run up a little bit. He has. Killed the run a little bit. As they run
20 of 45 here.
Indeed.
Don't go anywhere. This is action aplenty at the moment.
It is indeed. I mean, we're not even, we're just under halfway to go. It's been a hot race. It's looking to be, and I can confirm now, it is going to be a dry race to the very end. The rain has moved past the circuit and cannot get here if it were to
Some people
change.
looking forward to the rain too.
I know. It's a real shame. So we've got a dry run here tonight at Phillip Island. Maybe we see another wet race this season. Maybe a Sandown, possibly. Brett, maybe make Sandown
It's
a bit.
always wet down there.
Oh, that's right.
Zeal on the back of Quain, getting close there, back in 25, 26.
That train behind him is getting hot and heavy as well. Roy Clark's actually trying to sneak his way through.
Yeah.
Here on Adrian Zeal, Travis Brand as well. They get past this stage. As he rides it up on the outside of Hayshed, gets the job done before Lukey Heights. It's a good move there for Travis Brand. Tim Mulford is still withstanding the pressure, by the way, of Andrew Galley. His hot and heavy battle
I was
pack.
just looking at that too, yeah.
And then Cesar and Crosby battling for position as well. Just inside the top 10. Good run back up into the 10 here for Cesar tonight after an unlucky race start. Kokoschki, though, is fighting hard with Grumley. He's having a great race thus far, up 3 positions tonight is Steve Grumley, as Darren Goosey has gone off the road. And that is down at the beginning of Lukey Heights.
That's not moving very fast at all.
It's not at all.
Are we going to see
the engine
safety
is
car?
Well, the engine is firing. I think he might have a throttle issue.
Something's going on. He's just trying to take the car off the line as much as possible. Ernie Toth in pit lane.
So that car is now parked up. There's the race leader, Simon Heddersheed. Will we see any of them jump in pit lane in the anticipation that the safety car could join the circuit for the first time tonight? This is now make or break time. Are you going to try and commit to a stop here and maybe commit to a strategy call? Heddersheed's not going to do it. Kokoschki is not going to do it. Neither is Grumley. What about Duddle? No. Matt Day stays out. Viger stays out. Clifton will stay out. So will Scholes and Cesar and Crosby. So all of the top 10 have committed to the run outside.
Great run from Viger at the moment, up at 11 spots, although he does have a bit of a fuel deficit to pay.
Andrew Galley's coming in.
Galley and Mahoney. Oh, no, he's in, sorry.
Yeah, so Galley's coming in.
Oh, he gets
They're really battling hard right there, Brett. They're battling so hard for the pit lane at this stage of the race. Where is Mr. Goosey? He is rolling again. So Darren Goosey's going again. I think he's going to bring it straight into pit lane, but I think this might be a throttle issue, to be honest with you, Brett. Because the engine was on.
Righto.
The engine was on.
Yeah, and he's not going that fast, is he?
No. He's not. Oh, look at this. Kokoschki and Grumley side by side through Siberia. It's all on. It is all on. Here we go. Kokoschki to the inside. Will be on the outside for Hayshed. Grumley will be on the inside now as they ride through side by side. Up through Hayshed towards Lukey Heights. Who's going to hang on? You've got to hold on to the bar as hard as possible here. Just hang on for the ride. Up through Lukey Heights towards MG. Kokoschki will hang on. Grumley going to try and sink it up the inside. There's Kokoschki locked it up. Watch for David Duddle as well. Duddle's trying to get around here at turn 11 if he can. It's all happening here for P2 on the road.
Wow.
And this battling is only playing into the hands of Simon Heddersheed, with a gap now out to 3.3 seconds to the race lead.
Wow. How good was that? Kokoschki trying to come back at Duddle now. Can Duddle hold him out?
He's trying.
A bit of a switcheroony there. I think he's got it. Wow, that was exciting stuff.
What is this race and how good has it been?
It is good.
Phillip
Only
Island.
pits.
Phillip Island is, again, you see it on the calendar and you think, oh, we've been to Phillip Island so many times. But this is why it always promotes great racing. And this is why I'm a fan of the longer races here at Phillip Island. Really throws it into contention. Put some fuel strategy with that as well.
Oh,
That's going to
Kokoschky
help.
having a duck on the
he is
inside.
indeed. Wasn't quite close enough on Duddle. But he's feeling the pressure
was that Day
because
locking up?
I think it was actually Kokoschky.
Was it Kokoschky?
He's feeling
Yeah.
the pressure
Okay,
right now. He's got Day and Viger in behind him, and he's trying to get back past Duddle and Grumley up into P2.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
gap for
that was-
Kokoschky, by the way, to header sheet is currently 4 seconds. So he can allow
Right.
4 more seconds to be dropped to header sheet before header sheet would maintain position over him. There's going to have to be a little bit of quick maths here.
Duddle
in
having a
future.
bit of a poke on the inside there. Duddle might be looking at a move on Grumley, although Grumley pulls away nicely there. Don't know where to look. There's so much going on. There's a huge amount of battling on track at the moment. Although we are really entertained at the moment with this
what I'm going
pack.
to say, based on what we've seen, based on how the racing is going, have a drink, Brett, because I think we're going to have to wet our whistles here, get ourselves prepped and ready for what's to come, because this has been an incredible race to this stage. Steve Grumley, Dave Duddle, and Stephen Kokoschky. What a race this is for P2.
So Grumley at the moment, he'd be happy where he is. Duddle would be going, I want to get in front of Grumley. Kokoschky was probably going, I want to get back up in front of these two. So there's a lot of pressure here.
Oh, Kokoschky! Kokoschky, late dive up the inside of Duddle, who ran it wide down at Miller. And now Kokoschky sneaks on through. Watch for Matt Day.
Under pressure from Day, yeah.
Yep.
Gosh,
So
how that changed so quickly.
the other interesting thing too here as well, Brett, is Duddle's going to gain 4 seconds on Grumley. So right now Duddle's still going to be ahead of Grumley after the next pit stop. This is going to be so close and tight. These 4 guys, the top 4, are all going to be closely contested after this second pit stop. It's going to be one to watch.
Yep.
It is seriously going to be one to watch through pit lane. And it always comes down to a fuel strategy race. Phillip Island, for whatever reason, you'll get great race strategy or great racing on track, sorry. You'll get good battles, but it will always come down to, have you strategized correctly? Have you strategized your way to the end of the race? Have you bought your ticket literally to the end of the race to battle it out for the race win? And it always comes down to strategy. It's incredible how important strategy is here at Phillip Island. And if you can maximize strategy and if you can maximize your strategic plays, you are going to do well here. And that's what those guys are trying to do right now.
Crosby on Cesar, close to 1.12 off the back there. Burns only 0.1.2 off the back of Brook. Oh, there is so much orange in this tree. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It is
unbelievable.
It is fantastic racing. It seriously is. Oh, Andrew Listener.
Actually, Andrew Listener just said orange.
Yeah, that's
intervals
up at,
everywhere. Yeah.
Well, that's up at. Yeah, that's up at
Listener.
Leaky Heights for Listener, who's run it wide. So we've got 3 cars in pit lane at the moment. Oosterwald, Goosey and Hall, all with issues of their own right now, and it seems technical issues are plenty for those guys.
Oh, side by side.
Back out there, Miller, Mahoney and Listener battling away.
Sketchy.
Craig Miller's into pit lane, by the way. So Funky Miller is in, and Listener has to tuck in behind Joe Mahoney to this stage. Michael Quain is battling away with Roy Clark. Travis Brandy behind them. Here comes Roy Boy.
Dive on the inside.
Crash Clark up the inside. He's not going to crash it, though. He's going to crash his way up the order and into another position here to P22. Good move from Clarkie.
Great move. Good setup. Good follow through.
Exactly right. He swung it back. Hit it true. Got the nice ping off it and hit it 300 yards down the fairway to Roy Clark. As Chad Viger is into pit lane. So first of the front runners to commit to the second stop here.
He was up 11 spots when he came into pits too, so that was a great run for him.
Was indeed. As Viger pulls in. As Grumley and Kokoschky
again.
Grumley and Kokoschky, by the way, have been swapping and changing positions here. So they're continuing on. Bit of a switchback though. Kokoschky's trying to hold on to the spot.
Duddle's back in this now too.
He is back in
Duddle's
this
come
now.
back. He's got a little bit of a break on Day. Not much, but only 3/4 of a second. But Duddle right up on the inside here of Grumley. Oh, bit of a lock-up.
And Duddle can't quite get the job done on Steve Grumley. In towards Miller Corner, up towards Siberia. Now they ride. As Kokoschki hangs on. Duddle is so desperate to make that move. I don't think he's aware of the fact that he's actually going to pass Grumley anyway when they run through pit lane.
Well, like you're saying though too, but it's hard sometimes to get all that information when you're racing. You don't know exactly what the other drivers are doing, so you can only surmise unless you've actually got someone looking at those numbers to tell you, don't stress, and that might be the case. But geez, Grumley looking hard on the back of Kokoschki at the moment. He wants that spot back.
Apparently as well, Brett, you're the best jackman John Van Ree has ever seen. You should be in NASCAR, apparently. As Matt Skulls now into pit lane for his next stop. Maybe we'll see you running up and down pit lane, Brett, to do the stops for
Burns
Shadow
on Brook,
Racing.
Burns on Brook. I know Brook's pitting.
No, he's Brooks pitting.
Damn it.
You've done it again, Brett.
Well, that he just come. Well, I can't see that
On the
until it
timing,
flashes up.
hang on, on the timing, Brett, if you look at the timing screen, it says in with a yellow box around it. That means they're in pit lane.
No, it didn't have that
On
until
your timing.
he sort of got
On
into
your
pit lane.
timing, Brett, not on the timing
Oh,
tower.
on SDK.
Yes.
Well, look, there's a lot of things going on here. I've got your replay going on here. I've got SDK, and then I've got the YouTube chat and the actual YouTube replay going on.
This is why it's so
I've got a lot
hard.
going on here.
I know, it's a lot, isn't it?
My buddy.
This is why I have 4 screens, Brett. This is why I've got, and I could use 2
maybe
more.
That's what I need. I need another couple of screens.
Well, I could use 2
got
more
3.
personally. I run with the 4.
Jeez.
It's
Unbelievable. Kofita's running a little bit wide there. I'm going to have to go and get myself another drink. I've just run myself dry. 27 laps of 45 here in Phillip Island. Hope you're enjoying it. It is an absolute cracker so far. I am so fired up at the moment. It's unbelievable. Todd Duggan having a crack at Kofitas and Chapman. What?
well, there's a new poll that's just gone up in the chat.
How many screens does Hamish? How many screens does Brett need?
How many more do I need? The choices are 1, 2, 3,
Well,
or
you seem
yes.
You seem to be doing all right.
Like I said, I could use 2 more. Halil says it into pit lane for his next stop of the race. He'll park up behind his teammate, who unfortunately is out of this race at this stage. As battling continues to commence here. Tony Chapman is fighting away, by the way, with Tim Mulford and Yusuf Korfidis. Todd Duggan's involved. What a race for Todd Duggan thus far. If he makes the race to the end, where he is currently sitting, Brett, he may be one of the front runners to drive of the day, because what a performance this would be from him after the first 4 rounds of the season.
Yeah. Oh, Chad Viger doing the fastest lap of the race. That time, 32.619.
Fresh tyres playing to his advantage, it seems. It's worked out well for him as McCune gets past Cesar, but McCune does need another stop in this race.
Seeing a lot of our second stoppers coming through now. This is, I
Oh,
tell you
David
what,
Duddle.
This is a...
David Duddle
Here we
is
go.
starting to
Yeah,
pressure
close up on
Grumley here.
Grumley.
He is indeed.
Dave's right there as well.
Yes, continuing this battle.
I tell you what, if this is what Split 2 has got to offer in round 5, what are we going to be in for the rest of the season?
Well,
I can't wait.
I think too, what's it going to be like when people are getting lost at the GT circuit at the Bend next week?
Oh,
Wondering where
don't
they
talk
are.
to me about it.
I'm wondering what it's going to be like when we have an
Duddle
all-time classic
on,
at Oran Park,
Yeah.
as Duddle is continuing to put this pressure on here to Steve Grumley.
Oh,
Day in
Duddle
behind him.
nearly opened the door for Day there a little bit too much for there on Monday in.
Yes, they
So
are.
Day's starting to get racy on Duddle now.
They are indeed. And lap 29 looks to be exciting as he ride up towards Miller Corner. Oh, bit of a lock up ahead for Kokoschki. Grumley, though, gets it a
Grumley locked.
bit squirrely as well. That's going to allow Duddle now to the inside. Outside for Siberia. Watch for Matt Day as well behind to put the pressure on them.
Duddle's
Side by
stuck on the
side through
outside.
Siberia. Duddle still can't get the drive out of the corners to put the pressure on the 575 Camaro at this stage of the race. As they ride up the hill through Hayshed towards Lukey Heights.
Duddle right on him. Right on him.
He is right on him. Up in towards the braking zone of MG. Can he get alongside here? Grumley will cover it. He'll cover the inside. Lock up though for Duddle.
He's locked.
He's trying to go around the outside for turn 11. Can Duddle get the move made here as they ride it side by side through the corner? Can they hang on? Oh, so their contact's made off the road. Grumley goes in the wall. Duddle has to try and traverse it back on the track. Race control will have a look at that one for certain.
Wow. The pressure cooker was on hot, and he just boiled over.
Look who's in pit lane. Kokoschki, Day, Clifton, they've all come in. Header sheet here has now got to push on and get this car into pit road. We'll see what happens off the other side of it. We're going to take this opportunity to go for a very quick ad break before we return to the very end of tonight's race for round 5 of season 28. Here at Phillip Island, Simon Hedersheen leads the way. Go get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, and get set. 15 laps to go here at the island for the 5th round of the season.
Hey guys, sorry about the lack of videos lately, but I've been really busy down in Melbourne with SIMRIGS. I've actually built our first rig in Melbourne. It's featuring our new ASR chassis. So basically it's an ASR Pro with a cubic QS210 motion system with a cubic BT1 belt tensioner. Coupled it with an awesome set of LG ultra wides. What you've seen before, these are the new brackets that I've made for the cubic system to sit through the ASR, and you notice it's really low to the ground. We got it really low to sort of match.
Welcome back in to the SIMRIGS V8 Veterans Split 2 action for round 5 here at Phillip Island for 200 kilometres of racing. Stephen Kokoschki, has made a dire mistake in pit lane. He's overshot the pit box, which has now allowed Simon Hedersheen to take the corrected race lead. And all of a sudden, it's all on for the race result here tonight at Phillip Island. It's all on for the race victory between Hedersheen and Kokoschki as well. Hamish Munro here with you. Brett Fisher has just stepped away to go get a quick drink. I'm sure he'll be back momentarily with us as well as we push on for the rest of tonight's proceedings as well. I know, what a time to have an ad break, Simon. I know, I should have checked. I should have checked for the pit stop. But as we push on, we've got 13 laps to go. I've heard Brett Fisher join me back in the booth once again. He sprinted his way back here, it seems. We'll check back into the post-race highlights to see what happened to Kokoschki in pit lane and why he's lost this race lead, because Hedersheen has managed to do it in pit lane. And that is a massive advantage for him. Chad Viger as well. What a race for him thus far. Up 12 positions and into a net position of P3 at this stage. What a drive for Chad Viger. And what a run for him. Hedersheed, though, wants his second win here at Phillip Island. Can he get it done? Well, he's got to survive the next 13 and a half laps to make sure he does it.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
32 or 45. And yet, still, look at all the orange colour in the tree. Still plenty of racing going on, as you would expect. How many drivers we've got left to complete their second stops? Only a couple to go. There you go.
That's right. A few more drivers to do those stops, including Mulford in the race lead, Corfiadis. Well, there's a few others as well further back down the order as well. What a drive as well it's been for Matt Scholes here tonight to get himself inside the top 10. Halil says is looking on to be onto the return of the top 10 too after a horrid race starts. That's been a good comeback for him, but I think drive of the day right now has got to be sitting with the likes of Chad Viger up 12 for a possible up 14 when we get to the line. And to be on the podium too is a great effort from him.
So Mulford and Kafidas in. So the last of the pit stopperers. Koshki hot on the heels of Hedersheed at the moment. A lot of fastest laps of the race going to our drivers at the moment. Day, Crosby and Duddle.
They're all driving well. As Mulford will look to exit pit lane. There's Roy Clark, who, what a drive it's been for Roy Clark tonight as well. He'll sneak by pit lane here. See in the background too. Oh, that's intense. That nearly ended horribly for Tony Chapman, who barely got past Mulford on the pit exit and gets by Corfiadis in towards Southern Loop down at turn 2. Mackenzie's in this as well. Rick Viger too. This is an intense battle pack continuing to throw it up for us between all of them. What a race it's been.
And Blanchard, Monday, Doug and myself, Callaghan, Favero, not far away from that pack as well. So that is going to be a monster pack once all that settles down.
Well, and this is looking to be a monster race win and race battle for that win between Hedersheed and Kokoschki. Two names that definitely would have challenged my previous broadcast colleague
he's given a hit
of Scott Gamble. We know how he used to say Hedersheed. How would he have said Kokoschki? But anyway, what a battle it is right now. What a race it is right now, too. It was a niche reference. I knew it was going to be. Here comes Kokoschki, though, for the run up the outside towards Doohan Corner. Who is going to hang on to this race lead? Is it going to be Hedersheed? Is it going to be Kokoschki around the outside of Doohan? Can he hang on? Up to the inside for Southern Loop. Is he going to get the move made? The championship leader. He leads it for a reason, and that is exactly why. What a move to the race lead for Kokoschki as he gets past the Kiwi of Hedersheed. What a battle between them.
That was a power play. Wow. He played, but he played Morse code on the back of Hedersheed's bumper for a bit there, but that was a good move.
He gave him a bit of a bump draft, rubbing his racing, and it set him up for the move through Doohan and in through Southern Loop, and it took literal championship level balls of steel to make that move happen. We mentioned that that's what you need at the start of the race to get it done through turn 1 and turn 2, and that's what Kokoschki had. He breathed his way through it. And right now, he is 11 laps away from the race win here at Phillip Island, unless Hedersheed can come back at him and battling for position.
Well, Hedersheed was quick in that middle sector, so, if he's got anything for him, he still might hang in there with him. Just let himself chill out a little bit. Off track for Paul Burns.
Oh, that's contact with Grumley up through Lukey Heights. So contact with Grumley has cost himself a position and nearly also costing Burns a position here on Roy Clark. Oh, this is all happening. Contact with Clark had nowhere to go on Burns. That's knocked him off the road and out of the way. And look at that, trying to hold up to redress the position. That's nearly helped them all up. But look at Corfiadis trying to sneak it away through. Call him the
move for Corfiadis.
Call him the Roomba. He has just vacuumed those positions straight up and snuck his way through.
Have a look at this battle pack now. It is closed up big time.
Well, you can see
Clark
they're all
on the
going
inside
for
of
it.
Grumley. Grumley will have the advantage.
He
Got to
will
start
indeed.
now. Watch out for some of the marbles building up on the outside of these turns too. Got pretty excessive build-up. So you just got to watch the line of your take and have a look at that. All the way from 14th to 23rd. And
Well,
even you could probably go to 26th.
Even further up, Corfidus is 13th. So it's 13th all the way back to
sorry.
23rd. And
There's
that's
not
how
much
big
of
the
a gap.
pack is. No, there's not.
Yeah.
And this is an unbelievable race. Unbelievable.
So header sheet, just having a quick look at header sheet, he's 0.3 off the back of Kokoschki. So he's sort of settled that car back down again, and he has got some pace in that and sticking with Kokoschki. So that's great news for header sheet.
Yes, indeed. Paul Burns will lock up there for
this
Corfidus.
battle
And
pack.
MG, look at Tim
On the
Mulford.
inside, on the inside.
Tim Mulford to the inside of MG on Mackenzie. Can't hang around
he
the
can't
outside of the
complete it,
11, but it was an audacious move. That could have very easily come about for him.
I've got a feeling in my loins this is not over yet. 36
think
up
it
to
is.
45. It's only heating up. It gets it within 10 laps of the finish. And we're right on that now. And everything starts to go a little bit level up.
You see the cars, they're all fighting hard for position through Southern Loop as well. This is an unbelievable race. What is it about the midpoint of the season that turns it on for us? What is it? Why does it turn it up to 11? Oh, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
Clark.
Look at Clark to the inside of Grumley. Can he get that job done through Miller Corner? He
That's a
pushes and
great
pushes
move.
and pushes. Grumley's
he's not
trying
done
to
yet.
unsettle him here. There's a bit of net code in that. Clark's now caught to the outside. He tries to go for the switchback, but on the inside was Tony Chapman just holding the door closed.
Oh,
No, that's lap traffic. It's lap traffic. It's Mario Reale. He's getting the other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done. You don't want to be a part of that, I tell you.
No, you don't.
Don't be in the middle of that at all.
No, don't be in the middle of it. Kokoschki now has settled in. Header sheet has settled in behind him. He's got 9 laps to the end of this race. Does Stephen Kokoschki to take home the race win? Joe Mahoney's in a tight battle, by the way, to get into the top 10. He's got Benbrook just ahead of him. What a drive that would be for Mahoney to get that job done as well. And then we look back.
Look at that.
to
Look at that from Paul
Corfidus.
Burns Grumley. So orange,
Yeah.
orange, 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 white, orange, orange. That is crazy.
It's unbelievable. Absolutely
Here we go,
unbelievable. Here
Grumley
comes
on the
Grumley.
inside of Burns.
Burns lets him go. Now, those guys are in a Discord channel together during the race, so they're definitely working together here. And that was strategic to let Grumley through and possibly to chase down Corfidus. And now they'll push on once again.
Mahoney on Brook as well. He's within 0.1 of a second.
He is. He's right there. He's to the inside at Miller. What a drive this has been for Joe Mahoney with damage early in the race. Battling hard. Roy Clark, Tony Chapman. This is all happening
Tony
as
Chapman,
well.
yeah.
Down at Miller. Moves are trying to be
Mulford in there
made.
as well.
He is indeed.
This
To
is
the
going off.
outside. It is.
Oh,
It's
jeez. Holy shit biscuits. Rick Viger also closing on Mulford. Mulford on Chapman. Where do you look? There's just so much going on.
I don't even know. I don't know where
I
do
need
you look.
15 more screens, I think.
Chris Blanchard trying to sneak up the
Whoa!
inside, but Duggan and Monday are battling hard. Oh, Duggan caught wide off of MG, trying to catch the inside now with Blanchard to the outside. Can they hang on? Brett Fisher in behind. Oh, they're cooked up together again. Duggan and Blanchard hooked up together. Fisher's running up the inside. Blanchard cut the door closed. Blanchard off the road, and off goes Nathan Vivero as well. It was a sitting duck in that. That was a messy moment at turn 12.
What is going on?
And the debris that's now been dragged on the road, how is that going to affect The rest of the battles around this circuit, the one thing we know is the race win battle has kind of become a little bit of a net non-issue because it's about 1 second separating P1, P2. But it's Viger and Matt Day battling for this podium position. Is it going to be an all-Mustang podium here in this season's running of Phillip Island, or can there be a Camaro that sneaks its way onto the podium here for the pride of Chevrolet? Further down the order, Skulls is the only other Chevrolet inside of the top 10. The rest of them are in the Mustang.
Wow, 38 of 45 here at Phillip Island. The track that just keeps on giving, I tell you what. And still a lot of yellow and orange up and down this field. Matt Day chasing down Viger. We've got on board with Andrew Galley at the moment on the back of Brooke and Mahoney. So that is definitely not over. Galley up only one. Oh, Stephen Grumley off track.
Oh, he is. Oh, and that's off at turn 11 again. So Grumley, who was, I think, battling with Roy Clark, has gone off the road again down at turn 11.
That is not his turn.
He's not. Watching Rick Viger here on Tony Chapman, by the way.
Chapman, yep.
Yep, this is down the main straight. What a battle this looks to be.
Oh, that's close, that's close, that's close.
It is super, super close. To the inside.
It's still close.
It is indeed. And Chapman with Monday trying to go out the inside as well. So Viger got by Chapman. Watch for Monday here too. He'll sneak on by at the exit of the Southern Loop.
And Duggan's not far away either.
He is, and he's right there with him. Duggan's putting all sorts of pressure. Here comes Tony Chapman in towards Miller corner. There was a lock-up from Duggan.
Yeah, Duggan locked up.
Yep, I think there might have been contact because you've snuck through. You've just stuck through there, Brett, and you see the flashing of the lights from Duggan. He was not happy. Possible moving under brakes for Tony Chapman there on Todd Duggan. Race control maybe having a look at that one.
All side by side with Duggan himself.
That's Chapman. That's Chapman to the outside, actually. To put the correction in, you get the job done.
Sorry.
But it is all on the line here. Mahoney, by the way, has got himself in the top 10. Joe Mahoney, what a drive. Has gotten past Ben Brook now. Andrew Galley's gone back with him as well. This is all for P10 on the road. What a drive for Joe Mahoney tonight. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable.
I'm going to have to go have a lie down after this, I tell you.
You may have to.
And not just because it's hit the night.
Oh, Duggan and Chapman.
Andrew Galley. Yeah.
Duggan and Chapman in towards turn 1. Duggan will get past.
Yeah, Duggan's got it.
It's been a great race for Todd Duggan. Nearly into the top 20, but he's got to contest with yourself here, Brett, to get that job done. Mahoney, though, with Galley in towards Miller.
Yeah, Galley having a good run too, qualified well, and he's up 2 spots at the moment. So that's probably one of the best races he's had and thus far this season. Oh, geez, he's got another one there too, didn't he?
Oh, Mahoney. Mahoney, I think, has had to slow up here. That's allowed Ben Brook and Galley past him as well. So Mahoney's now to drop outside of the top 10. Oh, Craig Miller. Craig Miller with a wild ride up through Southern Loop. He's aiming for French Island, it seems. He's gone a little bit too wide there. And I don't know if you saw that in the distance then, Brett, there was a cruise ship out there. Do you know who's on that cruise or on that yacht? You know who's on that yacht in the sea?
Who is it?
Dale Earnhardt is on that yacht out in the sea. That's where you can find the cutout of Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll show you after the race. I'll fly my way out there to show you after the race.
Oh,
but
righto. This is not over yet, though. 41
not.
of 45 is still plenty of action happening on the track at the moment.
Oh, hang on. Who's gone off the road? That's Joe Mahoney off the road at turn 1. So it's all come crumbling down for Joe Mahoney. What could have been in a solid race performance has now just dropped him back and out of the top 10.
Mackenzie on the back of Burns. And Mahoney and Clark. Mahoney just coming back on, wasn't he?
Yep. So there he is here, just ahead of them. The commentator's curse. No, the commentator's curse does not exist, Andrew. It is at the best of times, coinkydink is what it is. Other times, it's we just know.
So Kokoschki really sort of dominating now, 3.5 seconds out in front, but he's not over yet for Hedesheed, Viger, Day. That is definitely closed right up.
And
not
I mean,
massively, but it's still in.
For Kokoschki, I mean, this is a pretty significant performance, but in a pretty significant drive. I mean, this will be his third win of the season, so he matches what he did last season, but in a much stronger position this season. Obviously, he does it much earlier by the 5th round of the season. We've previously seen this done, of course, by Logan Barnett, who we mentioned, who went on to win 4 races in the last half of the season when he went on to win 7 in one season back in season 20, in season 22. So for Kokoschki, he's on the road to possibly match some...
off-track Joe Mahoney again.
Yeah, that's not what Joe wants. He's on the road to match history here this season. If he were to somehow win the next 5 races, Brett, and go 8 wins this season, not only would he break the record of most wins in a single season, he would also break the record for most concurrent wins as well. That's currently held at 4 by Stephen Kennedy. So there's a few records on the line here for Kokoschki, but he needs to be Mr. Perfect over the next 5 races.
Yeah, look, consistency for Kokoschki at the moment, thus far this season has been a lot better than last season. So I think he's got the momentum, but just can he keep it going? You know, that's the big question. But he's got it in his favour. It's his to lose at this stage. Closing up Viger and Monday, closing it up on Hedesheed at the moment. So that is getting a lot tighter there. Also, Burns, McKenzie and Mulford's closed up with Rick Vigor on the back there. Duggan's closed right up on myself for 21st and 20 and 21st. Even back further, there's some other battling going on as well. Oh, a little bit of a slide there. Oh, McKenzie getting past Burns.
So the Viger
big
is
dive.
putting all sorts of pressure on here. I mean, unbelievable amounts of pressure. In behind Simon Hedesheed. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic to see.
Look at that. This is a fantastic battle for the podium. Hedesheed at the moment in 2nd spot. Chad in 3rd. Day wants a slice of the pie, though.
He does indeed. Does Mr. Matt Day, who's driven exceptionally well thus far here this evening and this season as well.
Lap 43 of 45, about to cross over 44. 2 laps remaining. Are we going to see any desperate moves?
Well, time will tell. We'll see the desperation as Chris Blanchard has had a moment down at Siberia. And that gets himself going once again.
Corfidis on Ben Brook.
As well as Brett Fisher on Todd Duggan.
Oh, yep. Todd Duggan making the move.
That's a good move from Todd. Get himself forward now into the top 20 here today. Just great to see from him. Hedesheed still battling it out here. Driver of the Day nominations.
A bit of a wiggle there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wiggle for Hedesheed. Driver of the Day nominations, by the way, going out now to get your votes in. We want to see all of you voting, please. We want to see, we've got 41 concurrent viewers. We want to see 41 votes on this. Chad Viger, Yusuf Corfidis, Matt Day, Todd Duggan. Get the votes in to the poll. We can see how many of you vote on it. You can do it very easily. And if you're watching on your TV, well, you can actually log in on your phone and chat with us in the chat on your phone whilst you watch it on TV. So get it in there. Get your vote in as well for who you think is driver of the day here this evening out at Phillip Island. Stephen Kokoschky, by the way, 4 seconds up the road, is 1 lap away from his 3rd win of the season to match what he did in season 27. Here in split 2.
Figure, Rick.
And Rick Viger actually's off the road. Sorry, Viger's off the road. Mulford's off the road too and into the wall. So those guys have had a tangle at the very end of proceedings. That's going to be one thing to keep an eye on in the post-race highlights, that's for sure. Kokoschky, though, what a drive this has been. Clinical through a mistake in pit lane to keep this car on the straight and narrow. And what a start to the season it's been in the first half of proceedings here. And again, this is only half time. We've still got 2 quarters to go. Still plenty more action to come your way throughout this season.
Mulford in pits.
Yeah, of course, Mulford's had to come in after hitting the wall then, so not to much anyone's surprise, it seems.
Oh, Rick Viger. Duggan on the back of Rick Viger as well.
Yeah, no, Rick's gone off the road here at turn 2 again, so.
Again, yeah, right.
Focusing up onto the front man at the moment. Only a few corners to go. And it's the white flag, it's the final lap, and it's the final 2 corners for Stephen Kokoschky, who will come around turn 12 here. It has been a 1-2 punch to start the season. Odd-numbered rounds, there is specialty. Stephen Kokoschky will take home the race win here at Phillip Island for his 3rd win of the season in round 5. Simon Hedersheed, what a drive for the Kiwi to P2 on the road, with Chad Viger up 14 into P3 through sheer strategy. What a race for those drivers. Matt Day inside of the top 5. Crosby inside of the top 5 as well. Travis Brander Todd Duggan has actually gone off the road to end his race down at Siberia. That's unfortunate. Mick Clifton, Dave Duddle, Matt Scholes, Halil Cesar, Andrew Galley makes up the top 10.
Wow, what a race. What an absolute corker of a race. Whew. That was fantastic.
Our podium finishes. Kokoschky to Hedersheed to Viger. An all-Mustang podium here at Phillip Island. You can see the burnouts beginning for Stephen Kokoschky. Is he halfway to a championship, or is he halfway to heartbreak? That's what this portion of the season marks for us. It's the halfway point. And we have still got 5 rounds to go here this season. What has been an unbelievable spectacle thus far. I mean, fantastic. Simply fantastic. What we're going to do is we're going to get into the post-race interviews before we go to the post-race highlights, because we have got Simon Hedersheed in there. We know that if he's based out in New Zealand currently, then it's very late for him. We don't want to keep him waiting too long. What we're going to do is we're going to end our poll for the Driver of the Day Award today. We'll get into some B-roll. We'll get into some chats. Have a conversation with our P2 finisher here tonight, Simon Hedersheed, and our race winner, Stephen Kokoschky, as well, who's just joined too. So great to have those guys waiting along for us as we prepare ourselves for what's to come in the post-race portion of the race here today. It's the post-race show brought to you by SIMRIGS, of course, as we will have a chat to P2 on the road today in Simon Hedersheed first up. Simon, welcome in. Congratulations. P2 on the road today. What was a great result for yourself. Driver of the Day Award last week to a P2 today. How does it feel to get those points on the board for yourself, and how are you feeling this season after such a good performance? Are you with us, Simon? We will give Simon a moment to collect himself and to come back to us. We'll first chat to our race
Hamish,
winner.
I had a great night.
You are a stirrer,
Sorry, I'll
Brett.
get off there.
You're a stirrer. We'll first go to our race winner tonight, Stephen Kokoschky, who'll be open to have a chat to us. Stephen, welcome in. Congratulations. Race win for yourself, 3rd win of the season. What a drive that was for you. What was going on in your mind when you got that move solidified past and round the outside of of Simon down at Doohan Corner into the inside of Southern Loop?
Oh, well, I had to make it hard on myself by missing my pit box to start with. And the pass around the outside, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to pull it off, but it pulled off in the end, and it was an interesting, fun race. And Simon, he pushed me there, so yeah.
I mean, these are obviously solid points on the board for yourself. We'll be including a drop round as of next week. Even after 2 drop rounds, you'd still lead the championship with 3 race wins. What sort of mindset now is going into the second half of the season, knowing that the next 3 rounds, Stephen, are the championship building rounds? You've got to maintain this momentum across the next 3 weeks. How are you going to do that on board this Synergy Sim Racing Mustang?
I just keep doing what I've been doing. Just breathing when I start getting myself in some little dilemmas like I did last week. And so I had to make up for last week. So I really wanted to win this week. So I actually fought a little bit with Grumley there, and Simon pulled off, made the moves, got the win in the end. So, yeah.
Well, it was a fantastic win for yourself, Stephen. We congratulate you on that 3rd win of this season and the continued championship lead as well. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go today?
Well, I'll give this one to my teammate that couldn't make it there on Thursday. He had his daughter's birthday that he attended, so I'll give the win to Pete. I'll let him have it.
Well, Stephen, we wish you the best of luck in the second half of the season, beginning next time out in the GT layout at the Bend. Thanks so much for coming over and chatting to us. Congratulations on the 3rd win of the season for yourself.
Thanks. I'll throw it out there. If I win 2 more, I'll drive a Chev for the last round.
Oh, please don't. You're going to make me do work if you do that. I have to change your colouring to be gold. Don't make me do work, Stephen, please.
All right. Well, I'll try not to win 2 more then.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, Stephen. Thanks so much.
Well done, Steve.
Thanks for the broadcast tonight.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well, we'll see now if our P2 on the road is with us once again in Simon Heddersheet. Simon, are you with us as we drag you in? There we go. Are you with us now, Simon, or no?
Yeah, choice, bro. I loved every bit of the race.
Brett Fisher, you
come down the straight. I gave it a bit of jandle.
You're a stirrer, Brett Fisher. You are.
Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah.
Maybe and if I put him back in the green room, Brett, can you go down there to see if he can talk in the green room, and we'll see then if.
All right, I will. I'll. Yeah. Okay. You just want me out of the. You just want me out of the broadcast, don't you?
How'd you know? Well, now that we're alone, ladies and gentlemen, and Brett Fisher has gone to the green room, I'm actually just going to follow him very quickly and ask him. Is it working in here, Brett?
Yeah, it's working down here.
Very weird. Okay. All right. Simon, well, thanks so much for coming and have a chat to us. How are you feeling after that race? I mean, that was a great performance from yourself. Obviously, Driver of the Day award last week at Winton, and then, podium performance tonight. How was that for you out there?
Yeah, I even sorry, I did a sound check too, but as soon as you drag me up, it won't work. So
it'll be the perms. It's probably just not giving you the permission to split 2 broadcast room. That's okay, as long as it works in here. That's all that matters.
But you're broadcasting now, aren't you, Hamish? On
yes, I am. Yes,
in the green room. So you're good to go, Hamish. Head of sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look, just want to congratulate Stephen. He outdrove me. I really was really happy with my result, though. I've always gone pretty well at Phillip Island. I mean, I don't do much practice now. I jumped in the day before and did a bit, and I couldn't get into the 32s. And then I had a little think about it and just thought I was overdriving it, and I just backed it off a bit and instantly into the 32s. So it was much better. It's easy track to overdrive and just cook everything. So I'm really happy with my qualifying, especially compared to Winton last week where I was 37th, and I thought I was P nowhere with no chance, and I would have been if it wasn't for the fuel save race. That sort of saved my day. And Bathurst, which was a bit of a shame, the first race of the season, I'd just flown into Perth. I jumped on the sim with no practice, and I was sitting right behind Mulford on the same strategy after the last safety car. So and he finished third, and I think it would have been all right. But I didn't realise I was on Wi-Fi because the Ethernet cable had fallen out of the router. So yeah, lost everything on that one. So it could have been a good result. But yeah, really good fun tonight. I was pushed. I think even there's a whole multitude of drivers. I think Grumley was a bit unlucky there. He was catching me in one stage there as well, so he would have been in the mix at the end. I absolutely. I needed probably a couple of seconds to come out in front of Stephen on that last stop because I just cooked the tyres trying to stay there, and you've got to bring him in nicely. And I couldn't do that, and they just fell off at the end. I was lucky to hang on a second, to be fair.
Well, I mean, you drove incredibly well across the last few weeks, Simon. We know that you're on obviously limited schedule for majority of the season. Usually, is it going to be a similar case across the next 5 weeks, or can we expect?
This one's pretty good, and just thanks to the vets for putting on a all Aussie tracks, because last season's tracks were horrendous. I was glad I was in split 1P nowhere because the tracks were horrible. But yeah, loving it. Except I'm not a big fan of the bend, but I think that's next week again too, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah, like it's much better and it's easier for me because most of the tracks I know, and I don't have to do a whole lot of practice, and I can come in and be kind of competitive. I'm never usually that good at quali, so I've got to work hard to sort of get a position. But it was a pleasant change tonight. But yeah, I should be able to do most of the races. I'm definitely going to come unstuck. I think the last one I've actually got eye surgery that same day, so I don't.
Ooh.
I'd be struggling to.
Well, I suppose we won't be seeing you on that occasion.
I won't see anyone.
Well, that's a shame, Simon. But I often say that I think you've probably been the unluckiest split 2 driver to actually not have won it to this point. But that's also obviously come down to your scheduling and stuff like that. Because I've often believed that if you were able to put a full season together, and you obviously were able to put the time into practice as well, you would easily be someone who could take out this championship. But it's unfortunately to this point, it's always kind of been a what if scenario if you were to win, or a what could be for yourself. Who knows? Maybe we'll get that question answered for us at some point. But maybe if you get it on a silver platter like this again, let's not schedule some eye surgery on the day of the final round.
I definitely didn't schedule that.
No, not much you can do about it, obviously. And I mean, you're always an exciting driver to watch. I know that, even from a team owner's perspective, my guys never have an issue battling around you, and it's always a fun thing to watch as well. And even though I'm blocking my eyes and ears with my hands every time I see you battling them, because I'm like, no, don't crash, please. I don't want to crash you. I don't want you to crash into Simon. I don't want him to crash into you. But regardless, it's always fun to watch you race because you always put on a great show and you always have something on offer for us on track. Over the last few weeks, you've been turning it on for us. So we're looking forward to seeing what you can do in the next half of the season.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, I really do love the close battling. It's that's why I go real racing as well. It's only club racing now, but I love that close contact or no contact, preferably. It's a bit scary when I had that lock up and was struggling to pull it up. But I really enjoy the battles. I don't think I've ever got the outright pace. I mean, Stephen, before he came to Vets, he was always quick anyway. And if he can just, he's tidied everything up now and he's putting it all together consistently, and that's all he's got to do to get a championship, and he'll move up from there.
That's what Brett and I spoke about, obviously, through not only last season prior to the run that he had last season, but even afterwards in the reflection period as well. It was, if he had have just put it all together, he probably would have been in a much closer chance, obviously, of challenging the championship last season. He probably wouldn't have been in split 2 in this season if he had. He'd be in split 1. So knowing that he's been putting it together in the first half of this season, I mean, realistically, Brett, he's only had, one poor round, which was Winton. The next 2 weeks, if he finishes inside of the top 5, it's going to be a case of, see you later, he's going to split 1. Is he going to take the championship with him? or is he going to be just going up to Split 1 as a promotion driver? You know what I mean?
And that's what he was saying when we just chatted to him just before, is that he's had a rethink and he's changed his attitude on how he's approaching it. So as long as he can keep that up, I think he'll be right. And don't get himself all flustered when things don't go well. So that's a matter of that's maturing as a driver.
That's right.
And
I think also
that's
you've got to give credit to the vets for that. That's
100%.
That's their rules and regulations that are causing that as well, and it's teaching these guys. There's a lot of guys who come in and you see them jump straight in and they're quick, but they can't put it together.
Yeah,
and they're taking people out and they're taking themselves out. And this just teaches you to be consistent all the time. You just can't really make many errors. I mean, it's even harder for me because I miss rounds, so my dud rounds are just generally ones I can't turn up to. And if I have one like Bathurst where I was actually here and it fell apart, it's annoying. So, but yeah, it's teaching people everyone to drive really well. I mean, back when I started iRacing over COVID, you had a heap of people doing officials, so there was plenty of racing, but you don't really have that now. So, you do when Bathurst was on. I jumped in and did a heap of Bathurst races. I think it was last week. That was a heap of fun. But yeah, most of the tracks they put up, people just aren't doing them, unfortunately. The league is fantastic. You've got days of practice, but yeah, it just teaches people to be consistent. You don't want those penalties. They're costly. They build up, and it's a good way of policing the league. I think you've got it down pat. I think they do a brilliant job. You guys do a brilliant job with the broadcast. Everyone does. 4 splits, not easy to manage, and I think is it Bruce doing a really good job in race control as well. It's a monumental task to organise and to police and do really quickly, because you got to do it fairly quickly on the day, but doing a fantastic job.
Well, that's right, and all of them outside of this space, whether it's race control, broadcasting, admin, whatever, they all put the time in, and we thank them, of course. Simon, we appreciate you coming and have a chat to us. We wish you the best of luck out at the Bend next week, if we're going to see you on track, and we hope to see you do well. We'll see if it's another podium for yourself or if it's going to be a tough one for you. Hopefully you don't get lost at the longer variant of the Bend. We may see a few drivers getting lost. So I want to see if we have anyone pull into the wrong pit lane. That would be funny. But yeah,
I'm booking you seeing iDog for next week.
But
I haven't even had to go at the track yet, so that should be interesting. But yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be good. Thank you so much, Simon. Appreciate your time. And we wish you the best of luck next week.
Thanks, boys. Cheers. Thanks.
So much.
All right, here we are.
Yep, here we are. We're back in the regular booth. We
locked
the door on Simon. We closed the door on him and locked him back outside again. It was too cold out there, too cold and wet. We've got ourselves back in the room. What we're going to do is we're going to take this time to go to the SIMRIGS post-race highlights here for round 5 of the season. Cool. It all started on the main straight, of course, with the front row off of the start line, and it was a hot start for those front runners. Kokoschke went trying to go in the straight into the race lead, but couldn't quite get past Dave Duddle on lap 1. It was then Struggle Street for Joel Oosterval and Darryl Callahan down at Siberia, as those guys made contact down there, just trying to keep themselves in check. As Oosterval, you see they're trying to get back on the road. Brett Fisher crossing the grass as well down there too, so he had himself a little excursion.
I was seeing what was going on in front and got a bit excited on the break.
Oh, Abel Verben got crossed up with Adrian Zeal down towards Miller on lap 2, so that's not what he wanted to have happen. And then this was the rejoin of all rejoins. Bang, straight into Mario Reali, who goes around. That's not what we wanted to see for him. Tim Alford then into pit lane with a bit of damage on his car. I don't actually have the incidents for that one, so I'm not sure how that's actually occurred to him. Roy Clark with an off-track up at Southern Loop. Runs it a bit wide. And just traverses the grass at that stage. Scott McCune then with an incident as well. This is down at Southern Loop leading up towards Stoner with contact with Darren Goosey spinning around. So then that was actually the backside of, the front side of Darren Goosey having to cross over the motocross jump down there off the exit of that corner. So that answers that question of how they both ended up around and in contact together. Andrew Listener then having a moment as well. This is down at turn 1 for Doohan Corner. As he came through, just ran it a bit too wide. Maybe found a stray weed out there that he wanted to trim up.
Once you're on that trajectory,
it's
come back.
Not easy to come back at that stage. Stuart Hall then had some difficulties with his steering, including force feedback issues that he then had to try and sort out as best he could. And this was the moment for him as he came out of pit lane. He tried to feel it up, saw that it wasn't working, and then got it caught off track and just decided it was better to pull it into the grass than to actually pull it back on the tarmac in the way of the traffic. So that is how he's ended up off the road with those force feedback issues at this stage of the race. Matt Scholes then also had a moment too. This is in a battle with Darren Crosby down at Miller Corner. Just ran a bit too wide down there, a bit overzealous on the brakes and did not want to pull up. Roy Clark in a very similar manner down at that corner. Massive lock-up for him. And it was lock-up city was that corner tonight. That's how he's ended up off the road as well. Craig Miller had a minor incident later on too. We had then Matt Monday as well getting into it here. This was battling as he came out of pit lane. He was battling with Duggan, and I believe that was Chapman. Just a massive wide run into the sand trap down there. Kept himself going to that point of the race. But that was then when he was actually traversing the inside of Southern Loop and just hanging to the inside of that corner as best he possibly could. Then this was Stuart Hall again coming out of pit lane and trying to get this steering sorted. This is down towards Miller Corner, and this was we saw the back end of this actually. Massive lock-up straight into the escape road. And then perfect flick spin actually. So that was a good flick spin from Stuart actually to get that car spun back around again. Stuart Hall. Joel Oosterwald. This was the wild ride. Or the beginning of a wild ride for him. That was down at MG at turn 11. I saw him. But actually he had this previously. This was the one at turn 1. We saw him lose the rear end and go straight off the road at Southern Loop and back it into the barrier. So again, more dramas for some of those drivers in the field today. Darren Goosey as well, also another one of those drivers. This was when he was going slow up at Lukey Heights. And we were trying to surmise of what was happening with him. And we never really quite got the answer to that one, unfortunately. This was Adrian Zeal battling with Scott McKenzie. Just lost the rear end off of the exit of MG. And nearly put it in the wall. Luckily, he did not do that in the end there as well. I'm trying to find the next set of pit stops for some drivers as well, including Stephen Kokoschke, which was actually a pretty important one because that's actually what cost him the initial race lead out of pit lane. But there was this incident we have to speak about first of all, and this was between Dave Duddle and Steve Grumley. See, they're getting crossed up together. And Grumley backed it straight in the wall. Duddle having to pick up the pieces of that moment. This was then Stephen Kokoschke's entry into pit lane. Overshoots the pit box and has to reverse it back again. And so that's why that cost him time in pit lane to Simon Hedesheed.
I did that exact same thing.
It's very, very easy to do, of course.
Seconds.
And had some tight battling throughout the field once more. Just going to try and find it here. At this moment here with Paul Burns and Steve Grumley. That's up at Lukey Heights. So that was the contact between them. And that was just them getting it sorted.
Messy.
It was messy. But then it continues on to the next corner, if you remember, with Roy Clark. He didn't really have anywhere to go. So as he tries to come through, he makes a little bit of contact with Burns. That knocks Burns off the road. He tries to slow up to redress it. Grumley then gets caught out by that, and Corfidis comes all the way around.
Scoots around the outside.
Does indeed. And what was it? A great move for him. But this was the move probably the move of the whole race. Kokoschki to the outside of turn 1. Hangs it on the outside of turn 1 with Simon Hedesheed. Gets the inside at Southern Loop in what was the move that led to the race win for Mr. Kokoschki here today. And then finally, there was this big moment down here. Big kerfuffle down here at turn 12. Contact with Blanchard and Fisher into the line of fire for Nathan Favero. And that was really the last big bingle. Although we did have Grumley's moment up here, and I think this was actually a self-made incident. It was. Did it all on his lonesome down there, Brett.
Did it on his own, yeah.
Yep.
Happens.
That takes us then to the final piece of the post-race show tonight before we wrap things up. We've got to be able to get into the Driver of the Day award, and this evening it will be going the way, if I can get them on screen properly, of one Mr. Chad Viger here this evening. And what was a fantastic drive for him.
Chad.
He takes home the Driver of the Day award here for Split 2, Round 5 out at Phillip Island. A massive congratulations to him after what was a spectacular drive for him. And a very positive note for him. And that run today, I mean, what a drive. I don't believe he's here next week at the Bend. Hopefully, though, we'll see him in a few weeks' time, whenever he may be back once again. I want to give a shout out, though, to everyone who's joined us here this evening, and we appreciate all of your supports as well, all throughout. We are looking forward to what's coming up throughout the rest of this season. Of course, Brett, the second half of the season is about to get underway with Shell v Power Motorsports Park at Tailem Bend next week. 200 kilometres, 26 laps for round 6 of the season. Round 7 the week after at Oran Park for 150 Ks. Sandown in round 8 begins the run of Enduros. 250 Ks, 81 laps. 250 Ks at Adelaide in round 9 for 78 laps, and then finishing out at the 300 kilometre, 49 lap Bathurst race to end it all at the end of the season. What a run home we've got coming up.
Certainly do.
Yep, it's going to be a great one.
Look forward to this. Yeah.
And you guys do not want to miss it. You don't want to miss any of the action. You can catch it all live here on Affinity Broadcasting and the V8 Veterans channels. Be sure to hit the like button to subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing here with the V8 Veterans through the Split 2, Split 3 and Split 4 action here on the V8 Vets channel. You can click like, subscribe, and the bell icon too on the Affinity Broadcasting channel to help support us through not only the SIMRIGS V8 Veterans as well as Highside Motorsports, which is going racing at Homestead Miami Speedway on Monday morning, 8:50 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, but also broadcasting for the first time on the channel tomorrow for their next season, Season 8 of Premier Endurance League GT3 Limited Series. We'll be going racing at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. It'll be myself and Brock Kadai in the booth for Premier Endurance League this season. That will be 7:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, live from Barcelona. For myself, Hamish Munro and Brett Fisher alongside, appreciate your time, appreciate your effort being here with us once again. Next time out, we'll be at Shell v Power Motorsports Park for the 6th round of the season. You guys don't want to miss it. Coming up next, though, is the hype-up song for you here for Phillip Island. We'll get some highlights happening during that segment as well. We thank you all for watching here this evening out at Phillip Island, and appreciate your time. Appreciate you for being here with us once again. We'll be sure to see you guys next time out at Shell v Power Motorsports Park. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
Show. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you bracing for the heat from the fleet? Out of pit lane, the engines rip. Boom, boom, boom to the beat. Yeah! Another lap bites the dust. Another lap bites the dust. And another one done, and another one done. Another lap bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna chase you to another lap bites the dust. Turn one, screaming ocean, wind cuts low. 45 laps and the pace won't slow. Leaders pushing hard, the pack's in tow. One wrong twitch and down you go. Hall's locked in with a razor stare. Mackenzie lane, the engines rip. Boom, boom, boom to the beat. Yeah! Another lap bites the dust. Another lap bites the dust. And another one done, and another one done. Another lap bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna chase you too. Another lap bites the dust. Tires screaming of the island bites. Slipstream battles on the floodlit nights. Brake lights flash in the frantic fights. Every lap's a gamble of wrongs and rights. Koshki's steady, but the gap's not sealed. Hall's momentum starting to build. Mackenzie's patience weapon concealed. Clifton's fury's fully revealed. Are you ready? Hey! Are you ready for this? Are you bracing for the heat from the fleet? Out of pit lane, the engines rip. Boom, boom, boom to the beat. Yeah! Another lap bites the dust. Another lap bites the dust. And another one done, and another one done. Another lap bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna chase you too. Another lap bites the dust. Hold the line, don't break, don't bend. 45 laps to the bitter end. One clean pass and the crowd erupts. One brave move and the field disrupts. Silent win, engines roar. Every lap demands much more. Push too hard, you're on the floor. This track don't care who you were before. Another lap bites the dust. Another lap bites the dust. And another one done, and another one done. Another lap bites the dust. Hey, I'm gonna chase you too. Another lap bites the dust. Boom, 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 boom. Feel the thrust. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Feel the thrust. Hey! Boom, 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 boom. Feel the thrust. Phillip Island's rough and just. Round 5's fires ready to combust. Another lap bites the dust. Dust, 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 dust. Oh, let's go.
Lines screaming, tires bleeding, virtual cubes, the motor's breathing, engine thunder from down under, piston fire, turn asunder, put your name in lights. Oh, with the vents tonight, it's a 1,000 decibel super carbide, burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Oh, you're so steel, but the racing's real. Pedal down every pass you feel. Step right up and place your bets. This is us, the V8 vets. Put your name in lights. Put your name in lights with the vets tonight. It's a 1,000 decibel super carbide. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Put your name in lights. Oh, oh, with the vets tonight. It's a 1,000 decibel super carbide. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Burn this track to the ground. Come on now, put your name in lights.
The Racing Series is a new milestone in Logitech G.
All the great old wheels, the G29, the G920, the G923, they all have their own unique way of connecting to each other, but there's no room for expansion with those products.
So the question arose was, what if we were to give the opportunity for the racer to switch out from a drifting wheel to a GT rim?
With the wheel hubs that we've created, that's got a very specific button set, but you can replace any of the steering wheels.
And the real lovely aspect to this was we could give the user, driver and the racer the opportunity to experience different genres of race.
That allows drivers to craft high quality, customized setups that resonate with your individual racing style.
When we start with the design, we always start sketching. Very often, once we've got sketches, we start discussing with engineering.
We had 3 rounds of engineering testing or user testing where we invited in users from sim racing, and every single round of feedback we refine, the product based on what they tell us.
In the sim racing lab, again, we're going to use data to really analyze what a driver needs. We've used everything from eye tracking to the inputs from the pedals, the inputs from the, let's say, input devices, the wheel and the pedals, the shifter. We're taking that and we're compiling it so that we can build different products based on those individuals' needs for all consumers and all drivers.
I don't know of anyone else in the industry that's actually doing this kind of research into their products to see how their products are affecting performance of their users.
We've built the product to make sure that it's as reliable as possible.
So the innovations in engineering that I'd say we're most proud of is the sequential handbrake and shifter toolless changeover. This is now a patented system, so it's really easy for the user to just switch between modes.
If you give people the tools to do what they want, they will.
They will just go off and have fun.
Hey guys, sorry about the lack of videos lately, but I've been really busy down in Melbourne with SIMRIGS. I've actually built our first rig in Melbourne. It's featuring our new ASR chassis. So basically it's an ASR Pro with a cubic QS210 motion system with a cubic BT1 belt tensioner. I've coupled it with an awesome set of LG ultra wides. What you've seen before, these are the new brackets that I've made for the cubic system to suit the ASR, and you notice it's really low to the ground. We got it really low to sort of match a real car, like a lot of motion systems sit quite high, and that's really annoying that you need steps to actually get in it. So now I've lowered it down, it's actually really low to the ground. And the awesome thing with cubic is when it sits, it actually sits down like a real lowrider, and it only raises when it comes back and starts moving. Also on this rig, we've got the fantastic SimCube active pedals. Not going to get a better pedal on the market. Couple that with the SimCube Coral. We've given it the whole Porsche livery and the Grid Racing by SimLabs Porsche wheel. So that just ties it all in together. So it's an awesome build. I really love these monitors because of the semicircle. You just look at, you're fully encapsulated. And being ultra wide, yes, they are a little bit narrow, but with the 45 inches, it is taller. It is, I think, about maybe 2 inches higher compared to a 32 monitor. The color that you get out of them is fantastic. Really nice and deep, good blacks, as any OLED should be. That's it, guys. We've got heaps more builds that we're doing at the moment. Our ASR containers arrived, so you'll be seeing them on our website as well. So, till next time.